Hey everyone, Dr. Scott here from Elite Family Chiropractic. If you've ever found yourself saying sit up straight to your child for the 100th time, you're going to want to hear this because posture isn't just about standing tall or looking confident. Posture is actually a brain story. And in our newest newsletter issue, I share how your child's posture can actually reveal what's happening inside of their brain and nervous system, how they focus, handle stress, and even how their brain organizes movement and emotion. If you're a parent who's been searching for answers to help your child feel calmer, more focused, and more confident, this issue is going to open your eyes to what's really going on and how to help. So let's start looking first in this first section about posture as a reflection on the brain. Let's start with this idea. Posture is not just a muscle pattern, it's a neural pattern. When the brain senses safety and balance, posture naturally becomes upright, relaxed, and strong. But when the brain is stuck in fight or flight or stress mode, when there's stress, tension, or dysregulation, posture naturally collapses. Think of a boxer, for example. You see the same pattern every day today. Kids slumped over across screens, rounded shoulders, heads jutted forward, not just from technology use, but from a nervous system that's working overtime to manage sensory overload and stress. And you see it everywhere. In this newsletter, I break down how these postural patterns, how these postural distortions, things like forward head posture, rounded shoulders, or flat feet connect to the way the brain is processing input from the world around them. We'll show you how it's all tied to neurology, sensory input, activation of the cerebellum, and autonomic tone. Not going to give it all away here, but we go deep into how the body is the language of the brain. And once you understand that, you'll never look at posture the same way again. You can read the full breakdown in the article. It's all there, plain and simple, and I promise it'll make sense in a whole new way. The second section I want to talk about is a thing called the McGill Big Three, where we're working on building brain body stability. One of my favorite parts of this month's issue is something super practical, a posture exercise that helps retrain the brain body connection. It comes from the research of Dr. Stuart McGill, who is one of the most respected spinal biomechanists in the entire world. We talk about one of his signature exercises, the side plank, how it builds stability through the core without ever bending or twisting the spine. Now, we don't go through the full tutorial here, that's inside the newsletter, but I want you to understand why it matters. The side plank doesn't just build abs or posture muscles, it teaches the brain to coordinate the right patterns. It's like rebooting the software that controls spinal stability. And here's the part that most people miss. When your spine is stable, your brain feels safe, and that safety creates calm, balance, and improved focus, especially in kids. Inside the article, I give you progressions for kids and parents. There's also a lot of information that you can look because there's downloads and things like that and videos that you can access. And there's a short exercise demo video that we have attached to this that is, I think, super useful. It's the perfect at-home practice to build posture from the inside out. So if your child or you tend to slouch or struggle with focus or even fatigue at school, don't miss this section. It's simple and it really, really works. In section three, we're focusing on feeding the brain with anti inflammatory nutrition. And we also really dive into one of the most powerful and overlooked posture influencers, and this thing called inflammation. When inflammation is high, muscles tighten, joints ache, and even brain fog dramatically increases. We see it in so many kids today. Poor posture, low energy, and mood swings that are really the nervous system crying out for balance. That's why in this issue, we spotlight anti inflammatory foods that help the brain and spine heal together. Things like omega 3 fatty acids, colorful polyphenols, and powerful spices such as turmeric and cinnamon. We're not talking about a restricted diet. This is simple, real life nutrition that every parent can add into their family's meals every single week. We even include colorful information about different foods, things that you can quickly swap out, and kid friendly recipes to get you started. You'll find it all in this month's article. It's practical, it's tasty, and it's super science backed. Section four is one of my passions. This is what we call the brain laser connection. Now, let's talk about something truly groundbreaking. The brain laser therapy segment in this article is a whole new frontier. And if you've heard about brain laser or if you haven't, you're going to want to pay attention to this. This is where we take the concept of posture as a brain story and show you how we can use light to help to rewrite that story. Inside the newsletter, we pull directly from Harvard's Dr. Michael Hamlin's research, one of the leading voices in photobiomodulation, to explain how red and near infrared light can boost brain energy, improve oxygenation, and reduce inflammation. In our clinic, we've adapted that science along with a whole lot of other science into specific protocols The target areas like the frontal brain networks that are the areas responsible for focus, attention, and calm. If you're a parent that's experienced this, chime in. Let everyone know about how your child responded to this. We don't go deep into the protocols in this video, but in this article, you'll see a simple parent-friendly explanation of how laser light can activate healing, improve frontal lobe function, and complement the chiropractic care that we do here every day. If you've been curious about how light can help the brain, this is the section you'll really want to read twice. The next section here, this is where we start talking a little bit more about some practical things. Every newsletter we publish includes something that hits the heart, a story that reminds us why this work matters so much. This month, we feature a story that so many parents will relate to. A child whose focus, behavior, and emotional regulation were transformed by combining chiropractic care, brain laser therapy, and simple home routines. Now, I'm not going to give away the whole story here, but it's powerful, it's real, and it's hope filled. Because at the end of the day, this isn't just about posture, muscles, or even exercises. It's about the nervous system and how we can help our kids thrive by getting the brain and body communicating the way that they were designed to. When you read the story, I promise it'll light you up. You'll see your child in it. And of course, the next most important step, join the movement. If you haven't subscribed to our newsletter yet, this is the perfect time to do so. You'll get every issue delivered straight to your inbox with articles, handouts, videos, and family-friendly brain health tips that you won't find anywhere else. So here's what you need to do. Number 1, subscribe so you never miss a new release. 2, comment. Tell me what part of this issue resonated with you most, and then share it. Forward the link to a parent who could use a little hope and encouragement in their home and in their life. This is far more than a newsletter. It's a movement of families learning that posture, focus, and health all begin in the brain. We are honored to walk with that journey with you. And moms and dads, really, I thank you so much for tuning in today. And remember, your child's posture isn't just a body story, it's a brain story. I'm Dr. Scott Haggerty from Elite Family Chiropractic, and I'll see you inside the newsletter. God bless each and every one of you. See you soon.